World War II veteran and viral sensation Joe Cuba turned 100 today. After asking for 100 cards for his 100th birthday, he received much more than that. Landon McBride was at his party today. Landon, how was the party?
Nick, it was great. His actual birthday party was set to start at 2:30, but people started stopping by to tell Joe Cuba happy birthday and give him gifts much earlier than that. He's received more than 50,000 cards and counting, including gifts from Major League Baseball, NASA, NASCAR, and even a letter from President Donald Trump. This overwhelming response is far more than anything Joe Cuba or his family ever expected.
I'm not sure if you're ready what you're about to see.
When Joe Cuba took that picture asking for birthday cards, he had no idea it would reach so many people.
I didn't expect many, but it was a surprise that so many came and wished me a good luck and good blessings, and I appreciate that. I really do.
And those cards have been pouring in from not just all over the country, but all over the world.
We opened up an envelope that probably had 50 cards from Puerto Rico. We've gotten a card that came from Hong Kong, just a single card, and they spent $300 just to express mail it from Hong Kong so he'd get it in time for his birthday.
Thank you so much.
March 2nd has been declared Joe Cuba Day in Wichita Falls, and Mayor Steven Santayana says we don't honor people like Cuba as often as we should.
It's a celebration of people that have lived in a community this long, that have given back to their country this long, and that we need to do this more often, that we need to celebrate somebody that's actually fought in a war or served this country, lived 100 years, that we need to wrap our arms around that person every single time.
Texas State Senator Pat Fallon brought a flag flown over the state capitol and a card signed by all the members of the state Senate and the lieutenant governor.
We got 31 signatures in one day. You can't get 31 state senators to sign anything on one day. Joe did that. Joe Cuba did that.
Bob Vincent brought Cuba gifts as part of a veterans group, and meeting Cuba was incredibly special for Vincent because of his family history.
We talked about being first-generation Americans, actually. My father was a war refugee from Hungary. His father came from Czechoslovakia, so we got to bond on that as far as being here and how appreciative we are of being Americans. For me, I got to explain, let him know that I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him.
And seeing all of this love and support from across the world has made this a great day for Cuba's family.
Well, I've been, following it from afar for the last couple of weeks because I don't live nearby. And I told my sister and my dad, I said I've been exhausted by just watching all of it come out in virtual reality, and being here is even more overwhelming. It's an unbelievable outpouring in every direction. So many people here caring about my dad and my family and wanting to celebrate his landmark birthday with us.
Oh, this old man, he don't get tired.
That emotion could be felt throughout the party all day long.
Just walking into the building for the last hour, I had an incessant smile on my face because we're all seeing the best of humanity, and we're all seeing what the best that humanity has to offer. And Joe Cuba is the bright shining star, and deservedly so.
Cuba is so thankful for everything that was done to celebrate his birthday.
Real gracious of him. I appreciate him, and really I don't deserve all those gifts and glory, but I accept it. I thank him for coming and wishing me well. That's the best thing, yeah. And I don't have to have a lot of goodies, as the saying goes, but I enjoy him as well.
From a simple request for birthday cards to people from across the world helping a member of the greatest generation celebrate his 100th birthday. Even though Joe Cuba has already received at least 50,000 cards, they expect even more to keep coming in over the next week or so.
A worldwide celebration of a lifetime. Landon, thanks for that report.